Okay. Thank you all for being here. Good morning, Skaksiatik, Kamdum. Thank you all for joining us today with our first Friday chat of the new year. Happy New Year to everyone. My name is Rebecca Ronstadt Contreras. I am with the Higher Education Program. And today I want to preface by apologizing and letting you all know that the guest speaker that we had scheduled to speak to us today from Arizona College was unable to make it. There was an emergency on their end, and so we are going to reschedule that presentation for a different date. But in the meantime, we are going to still give some really cool updates that are happening in higher ed. Wish you all a wonderful new year, and play a quick video that you who are our viewers who are watching this later and not right now on January 6th this morning can view at a later time and date, and hopefully get some information that is helpful to you. So we're going to go ahead and kick it off with some introductions. I'm going to ask Leroy Eswania to start us off. Thank you.
Thanks, Rebecca. Good morning, everybody. My name is Leroy Eswania. I am a social services facilitator with our student support team here in Salt River Schools.
Good morning. My name is Joyla Gates. I am a community member and higher education program advisor. Andrea?
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Andrea Stanley, and I am the Higher Education Secretary. And I will pass it to Tanya.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tanya Coakley. I'm with the Salt River Higher Education Program Accountant. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Erica Outcall, and I am a program advisor with Salt River Higher Education. Danelle?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Danelle Prieto. I'm a higher education advisor. Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you.
Seneca, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. Good morning, everyone. Happy New Year. My name is Seneca Peters. I am the Career Services Coordinator here in the Community Employment Division of HR.
Fantastic. Thank you all so much for joining us in our first Friday chat. It's a little light with attendance right now, but I do want you all to know that we do have quite a few individuals who come in after the fact and watch it later. So that's exciting. And as I mentioned before, we had a guest speaker scheduled today, but instead we're going to pivot and show a quick video that one of our our step-up tutors put together about preparing for college, studying well in college, time management, those types of things. So I'm going to share that video, and then we will give a couple of highlights happening here in higher ed that we're starting off this year. And we also have an open house happening very soon with Arizona College, and our advisor, Joyla Gates, will talk a little bit about that. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm hoping that everything kind of goes off without a hitch. And we are going to get started. Hopefully you can hear everything.
Tips and reminders for your college journey. Study tips for college students.
Sorry, could everyone hear that?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Miss Natalie, and I'm a step-up tutor with Salt River Schools. This presentation is to help you with some tips and reminders for your college journey. Study tips for college students. Work smarter, not harder. Means eliminating extra steps you may be taking or not using your time wisely while studying or working on assignments. Everyone learns differently, and you know how you study best. You may be prioritizing the wrong task first, or need to break down your task into smaller parts depending on your time. SMART goals are good to start the semester, projects, or personal goals you may have. This goal setting format is helpful to focus on exactly what you want to achieve, how, the attainability, how does it apply to your life or school, and what do you want to accomplish with this goal. Asking for help will help you build connections with professors and support staff at your school. Most colleges have services to help you or staff to direct you to the right resources. This will save you time and you won't be struggling in silence. There are study groups or tutoring sessions available to you. Also, the syllabus will help you throughout the semester with expectations, grading, rubric, and contact information for instructor or other resources. This support and resources in your college journey will also help you get back up and overcome failure or when you have a bad grade. Maybe there are things that they know what to study, methods to recall the information, or they can go over the assignment or test to help you understand what was missing and why you got it wrong. Getting feedback from your instructor is helpful for you and your grades. Highlighting your notes can help you with memorization and retention of the information. You can use pink for subheading, purple for anything that might be on the test, and orange for definitions, for example. You can implement this if you are taking handwritten notes or digital notes. Ideally, using up to 5 colors can help you be more effective with your note-taking skills. Colors can help your brain retain the information and help you find important concepts or keywords when studying for a midterm or an exam. You can apply this to your time management like your planner or Google Calendar, flashcards, notes, and reading assignments. Being organized will help you not waste time and be more effective with your time dedicated to school. Make time for school, sleep, and other priorities in your life. Using a calendar or blocking out time for them will help you with time management and keep track of what assignments are due when you get your syllabus with the deadlines for tests and assignments so that you won't be surprised when they are due. Multitasking is not going to help you learn the material. You need to stay on task and not stray away from your studying. Studying intensely, even for 30 minutes, will be more effective than 1 hour of multitasking or browsing the internet and trying to study at the same time. Organizing your study space is important. Try to limit the study area to 5 items to help keep your study space clean. This will help your study routine at this space to be more productive and effective when you need to work on homework or reviewing for a test. Mind mapping is engaging and helps to visualize your content for a test or a concept you need to help understand more. You can create small or big maps, and the topics can look different than the branches. You can create a flow chart or organize the content with a drawing or image that relates to the topic. This will help you find key concepts, vocabulary, and examples you may need to recall on a test or a quiz. There are tools that you can create to help you refresh the content leading up to a quiz. Flashcards, sticky notes with important information that your professor may have mentioned that will be on a test, creating diagrams for math, a storyline, a process for science, or a timeline for history. These can help you stay organized with your material and later help you on a midterm or final that covers the whole semester. I like to add these notes I may have already done, but I want to add more information or an image to help me find it later. Flashcards are helpful when you need to review all the material from a class for a final. You can keep them and refresh throughout the semester. While using these retrieval practice tools, you can always ask yourself after class, what did I learn today? What did I learn yesterday? What can I take away from this week? And what might I need to know next week? Taking good notes are important, but it is a skill you will be building on throughout your college career. You may like paper and pen or digital notes. Setting up your notes is important to keep organized, but also fit the class or material you will be covering. Cornell notes are a good starting point and a good foundation to assist you, but you can also add sections and information as needed depending on the class material. Summarizing in your own words will help you comprehend and find out the material you need to prioritize while studying. There are 5 R's of note taking: record during class, reduce to a summary and keyword, recite the information without looking at your notes or text, and reflect on your own questions you may have and ideas. Review the new material and the old notes before taking a test or a quiz. The SQ3R method helps you remember steps to study for a test. Survey or preview the material you are covering, questions that are in the study guide or book. Read the meaning behind the concepts or material that you are covering in class. And recall the material by testing yourself of the key topics and concepts. After review, or summarize the material you have covered by making notes or reorganizing your notes to help you review. Test taking anxiety is real, but the more you are prepared, it can help you to be ready. The SQ3 arm is survey, question, read, recall, and review. This method is a reminder of studying routine you can implement or add. Thank you for watching my presentation, and here are a few websites that are helpful. Canva is good to use as your resume or projects that you have coming up. I Love PDF helps you break down a Word document into a PDF or vice versa, even with PowerPoint. Notation has templates to create your own schedule, and it's good for SMART goals, and Prezi helps with mind mapping as well.
So thank you to our Step Up tutor, Miss Natalie Luna, for putting that really great presentation together for us. And I hope you found this information useful. So before we move on to some other things that are happening with higher ed, I'd like to reach out to maybe some of you on this call now. Is there any certain tool or anything that you've used or that I guess maybe Seneca, I'll reach out to you. How did you organize your thoughts for when you were in college? Or to any of our advisors, how do you help your current students now with time management, organization, notes? What advice do we have for our students? I'll leave it to anyone who wants to participate in this question.
Hello, Rebecca. The advice that I like to give is that they're temporarily making a sacrifice and things at home are going to change, like with cleaning duties, and the individual usually has to talk with their family to let them know that, hey, I'm going to need a little bit more time. You're going to have to help around the house a little bit more. And just to remind them that it's only temporary. That's it.
Thank you. That's great. Anyone else? Does anyone else have any advice that we like to give to our students, or maybe even our young adults who are thinking about coming back to school?
One thing that I had to really do was set aside, make sure I had my schedule down and set aside the time for when, it's family time or study time. And one thing I tried to do every semester was I would delete some social media apps from my phone because those just eat up so much time. You can go start scrolling, and before you know it, it's an hour or two past. So I would really try and log off of those different apps to make sure I focused on my studies and I had that right time down. Whatever worked best for me. Usually it was in the evening after my kids went to bed or whatever. But yeah, definitely find ways to focus on your studies. Get away from social media. Get time away from the family. Whatever it might be, get the best time for yourself so you can focus in on what you're doing. That presentation gave a lot of tips, so follow some of those too as well.
Fantastic. Yes. And so we do have many students in higher education who are parents, who are running households, who are also employees or professionals. And so they're doing so many things all at the same time, trying to prioritize your time can be challenging. So hopefully you found some of these tips and tricks useful as you start the new semester or if you're deciding to come back to school. So at this time, I want to share two different things that are happening here in in higher ed. So the first is we are going to, and this is separate from what Seneca's team is offering. I apologize, that is not pulling up oddly enough. Of course, right? Anytime something happens. So I'm going to stop sharing just so we don't lose out on time. But what I wanted to let everyone know is that we are in the process of hosting what we are calling mock interview Mondays. And so any Monday, any of our higher education students or community members who are interested can schedule an appointment. And I do have this information. I'll enter it in the chat, but I'll also make sure that we have the flyer posted. I did send it out in our newsletter earlier this week. But really what we want to do is we have a lot of students who are letting us know that they are going to start applying for internships and or externships. And many of those internships and externships do require that students participate in an interview. And we also have community members who have completed their studies and are now interested in applying for jobs within the community. And so starting this month of January, every first Monday of the month, assuming that's not a holiday, we are going to be open. You can walk in, you can schedule an appointment with any of our advising staff and myself included, and we will talk you through some interviewing tips and tricks that might assist you. What we'll need from you is the job description that you are applying for. We'll also like to take a look at your resume to ensure that we can really help you speak to your strengths. And again, just give you some questions and maybe help you with some feedback on how to answer those questions effectively. There are lots of questions that we have here in our interview bank that either we as professionals have had to answer as we've gone in and applied for our various positions. But there are also hiring panels and hiring committees that we've also participated in. And, sometimes it's difficult for anyone in human resources, regardless of where you're applying, to give you feedback. And so we're here to help you with that. And I know that Seneca's office out in community employment and human resources also does something similar. So we're not taking away from any of the activities or services that they offer. We are just here as an additional resource to help our students. And so any Monday, if it's a Monday, we all know that we're here to help you with our mock interviews. And so we're calling it Mock Interview Monday. So any Monday, please feel free to stop in, call us, schedule an appointment. We can do it through Teams if you'd like, because we do understand that some of our students who are out of state are applying for positions, and they are also interviewing online, similar to the format that we have here, right? Microsoft Teams, perhaps Zoom, other platforms as well that are being used. And so we just want to help you be successful. And I don't know, Seneca, I believe you also offer very similar services. So if you wanted to give a little spiel about that, feel free to do so now if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll turn my camera on. Hey, everyone. Sure. So yeah, here at Community Employment, my position as the Career Services Coordinator, we offer a lot of different services along these lines. Career guidance. We do resume assistance, job application assistance. We can do interview, prep, things of those nature. And that's anytime somebody needs it, they can come here into the Community Employment Office, 2 Waters, Building B, first floor, and come get assistance. So anybody out there who needs some guidance or wants to apply for some jobs but isn't sure, everything's online these days, and if they need assistance, please come see us. My job as the Career Services Coordinator is to do all of those different things. You mentioned internships. We have that here as well for people who are getting close to college graduation and need those internships. William Robles here in our office, he handles all of that. So yeah, anyone willing, whether they're here in the community or outside the community, we can assist through phone, through web-based services, anything that you might need for assistance. We're here to help you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. So we're, again, just an added resource just in case, you have something specific that you want some of us to assist you with. I know that many of our higher ed students in particular have a fantastic rapport with their advisors. And so we just want to be sure that we are adding additional resources for our community members who are interested in these types of services. And so I'm so glad, Seneca, that you participate in our First Friday chats and are here to talk a little bit about the services that you offer. And again, any Monday here in higher ed, any of our students can come in or schedule an appointment with any of us to go over some quick interview or whatever it is that you need assistance with relative to career advancement and/or employment. So thank you. Thank you so much. The other thing that we have happening is we're going to have an open house. So today, like I mentioned earlier, we had a representative from Arizona College who was going to be here and talk a little bit about some of the programs that we have. Unfortunately, they were unable to join us at the last minute, but nonetheless, we still partner with Arizona College. We have a number of students who have successfully completed programs at Arizona College, either within the College of Nursing or any of their other allied health programs. And so I'm going to ask Joyla Gates to talk a little bit about an upcoming open house that we have with them. And I'm going to attempt to share the flyer again. Hopefully, if I don't have technical difficulties, you'll be able to see it. But if not, Joyla, if you could just talk a little bit about the open house, what's happening, what to expect, and any of the programs that you are also assisting with. Thank you.
Good morning. So on January the 18th, we will be having an open house at the Mesa location, Arizona College. Some of the programs that they offer are medical assistant with phlebotomy, pharmacy technician, dental assisting, medical billing and coding, an associate degree in healthcare administration, and a bachelor degree in nursing. The reason why we have such a good relationship with this school is because they offer our students an additional scholarship. For the certificate programs, the additional scholarship that the school offers them is approximately $6,700. They also have massage therapy on the Glendale campus, and they do give the scholarship for that location as well. We're going to have lunch. We're going to talk about financial aid, and if any of the students need transportation to the location, that will be available. And let me see. For the nursing program, I also wanted to mention that for one semester in the nursing program is well over $10,000 in tuition. And what Arizona College does is they match the Arizona state rate. So they knock it down to approximately $5,700. So you're getting a huge scholarship from them and you will have no out-of-pocket expenses. And if anybody's interested in attending, you can contact myself, Joyla Gates, here at Higher Education. Thank you.
Thank you, Joyla. And again, this is specifically for Salt River, Pima, Maricopa Indian community members relative to the scholarships that Joyla was talking about, in addition to the higher education funding that the higher education program already supports you all with. So does anyone have, that sort of brings us to the end of our First Friday chat. I apologize for the shortness, but I think we've covered quite a bit of information. Does anyone have any questions for us, or does anyone want to say anything or need any assistance with anything? Not hearing anything. Oops, my watch is talking. Okay, well, that brings us to the end of our first Friday chat of the year. Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us. I am going to, we type up notes that correspond with this recording. We will post it on our YouTube page a little later. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to give our office a call, 480-362 2500. I think that's correct. Yes. And if anyone needs anything or wants to participate in our mock interview Mondays in person, stop by every Monday that we aren't on holiday. We'll be here in the office to assist, and you can stop on in. We're located in the Education Administration Building in the Higher Education office. Just come through the front door, sign in, and someone will help you. If you want to participate in a mock interview Monday and do so online via Microsoft Teams, please send us an email, any of us, or you can send an email to our higher education. Contact us through our website as well, and we can set something up. Thank you all so much for joining us. Have a wonderful rest of your day and weekend. Happy New Year. Higher Education is here to help you, and we wish you the best of luck this semester. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Happy New Year.